Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the studio Kala Farnham. Hello, Kala.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, peachy. It's so great to see you. An amazing artist. I've seen her several times. And if you're new to Kala and her music, you're going to be amazed just listening to her live here in the studio. And then I'm sure you're going to rush out to the next show that she's doing, which is probably really soon, right?
Oh, yes.
Where are you playing next?
My next show is at the Waterfront Cafe, on the Waterfront Cafe out in New London. I actually play there almost every weekend right now.
I've seen you there a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't picture of where that is. Is that right on that little strip on Water Street, is it?
It's
or Bank Street?
It's a little past Bank Street. It's on the water, but
Google it.
not like, yeah.
Google it.
Not downtown.
Get down there as soon as you can and wait for her. Even if she's not playing tonight, get down there tonight. That's what I'm saying. All right, so Kala, let's listen to one of your songs. What are you going to do on for the first one?
I'm going to start out with a song called Wildfire. It's off of my new CD, and it's actually a poem by my friend April D'Amato that I set to music.
Oh, cool.
So. Awaken, I sigh to love's warm, unexpected high. Do you know, as I do, on this day there is nothing more to say. Your love is like wildfire, your passion takes me higher and higher to a place I have never known, could not achieve alone. Your love is like a wildfire, keep burning on and on and on. Take me, I shout from the mountains, don't ever shut me out. If we fuel this fire, make it come alive, I believe we can survive. Your love is like a wildfire, your passion takes me higher and higher to a place I have never known, could not achieve alone. Your love is like a wildfire, keep burning on and on and on. Your love is like a wildfire, spreading over me with passion's light. Taking me higher and higher and higher. Your love is like a wildfire, a wildfire. Your love is like a wildfire, your passion takes me higher and higher to a place I have never known, could not achieve alone. Your love is like wildfire, your love is like a wildfire, your passion takes me higher and higher to a place I have never like a wildfire, keep burning on and on and on. Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Beautiful song. Wildfire off the new album, Samadhi.
Mm-hmm.
Home is where you are. I've heard this term Samadhi before. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
It's a Buddhist term. It's the last step in the Eightfold Path of Buddhism. So it's kind of a meditative state, blissful, focused meditative state that everybody aspires towards in Buddhism.
Have you achieved this yet?
I have not. All these songs are about people that are searching for it, maybe getting glimpses of it.
So when you put together an album, do all the songs kind of relate together, or is there a common theme?
Yeah, when I put it together, I wasn't really thinking of it in that way. I was just taking the best of the songs that I'd written over the past few years that seemed to resonate with people, but as I was putting it together, I definitely saw a common theme that was weaving throughout everything. And that probably makes sense because it's all, in a way, based off of my own experiences, so it's kind of telling a story.
Cool. Well, the first thing kind of caught my attention when I saw you for the first time at the Swan Day Festival was just everything was so crisp. I could tell there was so much passion in the way you played the piano. And you're classically trained, which is not something everybody does. A lot of people can learn how to play piano, but is there a difference between being classically trained and just playing?
Yeah, I think it opens up a lot more doorways for me. Between my classical training and what I do with music now, when I'm not playing my own songs, I do a lot of musical theater. I direct and I accompany, so it definitely influences my songwriting having those genres in my background.
Yeah, I can imagine. Where would you like to? You play a lot in the area. Where would you like to play next? What kind of a venue?
I would like to start getting into touring more. Last year, I went down the East Coast a little bit. I went through Pennsylvania and Maryland, North Carolina. I played at the Surfa Music Conference with Folk Alliance International.
What does the Surfa stand for?
It's just the Southeastern Regional.
Like a North by South by Southwest kind of deal?
Yeah, similar to that. So it's just a really good networking opportunity, and I was fortunate enough to get one of the main stage acts last year.
Oh, cool.
So I went down and played, made some connections. And I would like to go out to Texas to play some of those festivals as well, hopefully.
Oh, man.
In
those are huge.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's not just performing and, getting yourself out there, but you also get to meet other performers and kind of network in other, people in the industry and network in that way too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it's all about is making those connections.
You constantly singing and writing songs, and there's also the business aspect of it. You have to promote yourself.
Yeah, that's
otherwise you're just you're playing for yourself basically, and a few other people that come by. But yeah, you've got to keep promoting yourself and take it from a business approach too, to be self-sufficient, I guess, at a minimum, to be self-sufficient, if not like the next big star.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like anybody who's a songwriter, can make a go at it as a career if they're willing to put in that side of it, which is admittedly the biggest challenge for me. I'm an artist. I don't want to be sitting there like on the computer doing business, but that's a real part of it.
Yeah.
So
do you ever picture yourself being on like one of those shows, The Voice or Idol or something like that, to try to get that 1 in a million chance to kind of get recognized and nationally rather than just playing regionally?
Yeah, I've considered it. I don't know if I'd want to win a show like that. I would have to change my musical style so much, and it's so important for me to stay true to what I do and to my vision. But I can see how it really works out for certain people, or even if you don't win the show, if you at least get on board and you have that exposure, I think it can definitely help a career as well. So that's something I've considered, but we'll see.
For me, it's too corporate.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Why don't we do another song?
Okay.
What do you want to do this time?
This is another one off of the CD. It's called Quaker Hill.
Oh, Quaker Hill. It's not like Salisbury Hill, right?
You moved into an apartment in the city where the rent is pretty cheap. I hear the streets are pretty mean. You are surrounded by conspiracies and dreams, and I just don't know how I fit into that scene. Sweet thing, won't you meet me halfway? I'll come as far as Quaker Hill, the rest is on your end. Sweet thing, won't you meet me halfway? Bend a little, won't you bend? I've heard things about this place, the trouble runs amok. Wouldn't count my blessings, just knowing my luck. Losing you would be a knife to my heart, but I just don't feel at home in this town. Sweet thing, won't you meet me halfway? I'll come as far as Quaker Hill, the rest is on your end. Sweet thing, won't you meet me halfway? Bend a little, won't you bend? All these years you've been here, make it clear you're irreplaceable. All these roads we call our own, make it known we can't stay here together. So sweet thing, won't you meet me halfway? I'll come as far as Quaker Hill, the rest is on your end. Sweet thing, won't you meet me halfway? Bend a little, won't you bend? Sweet thing, won't you meet me halfway? I'll come as far as Quaker Hill, the rest is on your end. Sweet thing, won't you meet me halfway? Bend a little, won't you bend?
Man, I wish we had a room full of people down here to clap with me, because that was just amazing. Gorgeous, beautiful song, beautiful. Quaker Hill by Kala Farnham. Johnny Cash. Oh, I wanted to bring this up. I think it was last year. I wanted to go check out a Johnny Cash tribute that you were part of.
Oh, yeah.
And it got canceled. Have you ever redone it, or have you?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
we
you did?
We did.
And I missed it. Oh, that was really cool. It was just like what was it? Doing a whole album or something?
Yeah, we did Folsom Prison Blues.
My favorite. Oh my goodness.
They do album tribute nights.
Tell me more about kind of how you do that. You just get together with a bunch of other people who have a similar interest, and you say, let's try this out. And there's a huge crowd, so there must be a big draw for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's just a group of musicians that it's a lot of the same people that come back and do the album shows. So we just do our homework, we each listen to the album and learn our parts at home. And we had, I think, maybe 1 or 2 rehearsals before we came in and performed it live.
Amazing.
So, yeah, a really talented group of people.
I think it's a cool concept to kind of supplement your own original stuff, is to do something fun like that, because it's a good way for new people to come experience you as a performer and a musician and an artist. Say, everybody there was probably a Johnny Cash fan. Then you leave there saying, wow, not only did I enjoy the Johnny Cash music, but I saw this new artist and want to check him out some other time. Yeah. So I think that's a cool concept to bring people together in a different way, something different. Imagine that. And I also want to give you a glimpse about talented artist. She's not just a great singer and songwriter. She also writes poetry, and I want to give you a chance to listen to some of her poetry that you can also look at on her webpage, kalafarnham.com. Very easy to look up her website. So, Kala, can you read Strawberry Moon?
Sure. If you come looking, you won't find me. I've lost myself gladly to the ivy-covered hills, where the milkweed dances and the orchid grins, where once a little seedling nested, a root reaches still for the strawberry moon, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Constellations pull my soul gaze into star-crossed fairy tales, and I plant myself beneath them. If life has taught me anything, it's to believe in nothing and everything, because whatever happens next will certainly be unbelievable and true.
So much better when you read it. I mean, when I read it, it was a beautiful poem, but I heard my voice, and I wanted to hear Kala read her own poem, and that's amazing. I think that's what you should do next, maybe, on the side, is do an audio book of your poems.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. That's something that I've been doing this year that I did when I was younger a lot, and I gave it up for a while because every time I would write words, it would end up set to music. But this year, the poetry's come back, and I've just got such a collection worked up. I want to come out with a book and maybe an audio book, maybe like poetry over, music in the background, something like that. I think
that's
it would be
too.
Really cool. Yeah.
So, kalafarnham.com is her webpage. How else can people get in touch? How can people get your new album, Samadhi? Home is where you are. No, home is where. Yeah, home is where you are.
Yes. It's available on cdbaby.com, Amazon, iTunes.
Oh, cool.
It's on Spotify. I just got it on Pandora Radio, actually.
Get out.
I'm super excited about that.
I love Pandora.
Yeah. So there's a Kala Farnham station.
Get out. That is so cool. I've come across a lot of cool artists that way through Pandora.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a great way to discover.
And I don't do Spotify, but that's another great way to check out new artists, and a lot of people use Spotify. CD Baby I've heard of. Everybody's heard of iTunes. I feel guilty for not wishing you commercial success because I think it would change who you are. It wouldn't be as fresh and real and honest as what we have right here. But I do wish you success in your career, and if you can make $1 million, that'd be great too. but just I don't think that you can get this in commercial radio. I don't.
No, not at all. Yeah.
It's just it's unfortunate. It's entertaining much of the time on the radio, but it's not the same. This is something different. This is Kala Farnham. You are listening live to Kala here in the studio. And you can also check her out in the area. She plays in the northeast corner of Connecticut often, playing in the southeast corner next Saturday. So if you can't check her out tomorrow in Providence, she'll be on the waterfront in New London for the next 2 Saturdays. I can't picture where it is, but I'm gonna look it up. So you can look it up too. And Kala, thank you for coming down. I really appreciate it. I did have another question, but now I forget what it was. The title of your CD.
Yes.
Samadhi. You told me about the Samadhi part. How about home is where you are? Is it where you are, or is it where you are? Who's the you, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
The you is yourself.
Aha.
It's about finding home within yourself rather than in a place or a person or anything external.
That's how I was interpreting it. I think that's cool. It could be the other way around too, I guess. Because if you're with somebody and you say, home is where you are.
Well, right, and actually there is a song on the album called Home Is Where You Are. And,
really?
and that's what it is, a love song.
Oh, cool.
But the theme of the album, yeah, it's more about finding yourself.
I'm going to be looking forward to playing this all week. Because at work, I listen to CDs all day. We're not supposed to stream music. But I listen to CDs all day. I'm going to be listening to this CD for a long time. I know I will. Kayla, thanks for coming down.
Thank you so much.
Look forward to seeing you on the waterfront probably next week or the week after that. And hopefully maybe at Swan Day again.
Yeah.
Kala Farnham, right here, 90.1 WECS. We're going to go out with a song off the new album, Samadhi, Home Is Where You Are. Here's Lyrical Letters. Anything you want to say about the song? Tell us a little bit about what it meant to you when you wrote it.
Well, first of all, one of the notable things about this song, and just this album in general, is that I started playing Celtic harp. So this is a song that I wrote on the Celtic harp. I wrote lyrical letters for a songwriting challenge with the Rhode Island Songwriters Association.
Oh, cool.
And that was the theme name, was Lyrical Letters. So I wrote it about the songwriting process, about the muse. I just had this image of like one of the Greek muses throwing down all these like letters and music from the sky, and the songwriter kind of like snatching it up and throwing it onto the page.
Oh, cool. I love it when you hear more about the song other than just listening to it. That's cool. Here we go. Lyrical Letters by Kala Farnham. Thanks for listening, and tune in next week for another show. I don't know if I'll be here, but there'll be a show here.